forces have launched missiles as well as drones in retaliation against Israel, and many of these missiles and drones have been shot down by the Israeli forces. As for the rising tension between Iran and Israel, it seems that the United States does not want to see the rising tension getting out of control. It does not want to see the situation spreading out to other countries, other regions. I think the differences between Israel and the United States are obvious, and everyone in the world can look at it. And it is also very obvious that the Netanyahu government really doesn't care about what Washington will do. They are bent upon doing things in their own discretion and in their own decision, and they don't care about whether, for example, the close relations between Israel and the United States may be misused or even abused by the Israeli government to boost up its own chances for defeating whatever that means in Iran or in Palestine. But we all know for sure that any military or political decisions by Israel, if they do not have the backing of the United States, may be much less impactful and may not become executed fully. And there is a kind of a game of cheating. Israel is now kind of holding the United States ransom, kind of blackmailing the United States, try to band the United States onto the bandwagon of Israel against Iran or against other forces. This is a very dangerous game, because for whatever Israel will do in the coming days and coming weeks, if not handled properly, may bring in the United States into this escalation of tension between Iran and Israel. And then Iran is not just Iran. Iran is really very much involved in many other forces in the Middle East, especially in the Shiite world. And then this may escalate into a civilization confrontation. And no one at this particular moment really knows the full consequences and the implications of this rising tension between Iran and Israel. Prime Minister Netanyahu is not popular among the people in Israel. His political party is already losing the majority seat in the Knesset, and if any election is held today for the prime ministership, Netanyahu may not win that election. Therefore, the danger is that Israel itself will be hijacked by the Prime Minister Netanyahu. The Israel thus being hijacked by Netanyahu will hijack the United States and the Western world at large. And then Israel being hijacked by Netanyahu, who is not popular among the Israeli people, may take more and more risks, try to further inflate the situation, and try to bring more parties into the conflict. And then, bingo, you have the whole situation getting out of control. And while it is highly unlikely that the United States will abandon Israel for whatever reason, it will also be a shame to see that the United States telling Israel the right thing to do and being completely ignored, then being dragged further into this deterioration situation involving Iran and Israel. And then the Western world in general will also be dragged into this mess. And eventually, no one can control the situation. And the situation is getting out of control. And bingo, you have all the ingredients that may trigger the Third World War. This is one of the very dangerous moments in history of mankind.